Hi, good morning all. I hope everyone's well. This is the first in our series we're doing wrap-up by videos. So I'm going to try to give you a bit more of a detailed one on this. Won't be one out every day because they're quite time-consuming to do. And they won't be edited either, so they're pretty raw. So there'll be a few mistakes along the way, so bear with me on the first one, but trying to make it as interesting as possible. So we're going to start off with the market, which I've obviously done a bit of a wrap this in the morning. So I'm just going to go to Bitcoin because that's the one we sort of look at. At the moment, we've got sitting there in the 1 minute. It's just having a big dip at the moment. You can see that this is called the relative strength index, and that's basically I put out an explanation about it, the strength of the buying. Usually, when it dips here below this 30% mark, things will start to rise, and you can see I put a bid in, an order in for Crow at the moment and I'll tell you the reason why I haven't followed my own rules of the crossover on the 5 minute on this one. On the 5 minute, it's actually suggesting that the trend is going to be going down. So it's a bit of a risky one, and you'll probably get to see it unfold one way or the other. That's whether I lose money, but I've got my stop loss set down around here, and I picked that spot because there's no drops below there, so I just don't want to trigger an early sell, but it'll be about a $7 loss or something if it comes in. So I've got $324 in there. This is on again in perpetual trading, which is essentially the future market. So we can actually leverage that at the moment. So you can see there I've got my trigger order there, my stop market sell at 0.535. And again, the reason I picked this stock, and you can see it's starting to level out now because it's dropped below the line here, which is 23, and it's slowly creeping up to 30. So there's a little bit of confidence coming in the market, and it obviously again usually follows the Bitcoin trend, and you can see exactly the same thing happening here. Bitcoin leveling out, these two lines getting closer and closer together, and we should see something good happen there, hopefully. Cross fingers. But as I said, in the next 20 minutes or so, you'll probably see it unfold. I'll either be crying but I won't be crying over $7. But I've just gone, and it is a little bit of a risky move because this line could just keep going down. But I think overall, Crow's a great great coin to be investing in, and I'll just show you why before we move on. If I broke out to the 1 hour chart, and see from 1 hour chart point of view, it's still trending up on the yellow line, which is we're looking at that one, which is the yellow line is a 5 period, so the last 5 hours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 have all been 3 straight, and that actually forms a pattern there. So we're a little bit of a red here at the moment. So we're hoping that's going to continue with that pattern. But if we scroll right back to only a couple of weeks ago, not even that long ago, we're talking November 26th, its peak was up at around that, getting very close to $1. I think it got to about 90. Let's see if we can just find out, about 95 or something like that. So it's got a 2x possibility here over the long term. So I'm just going to let it run and see how it goes. I think it's worthwhile. But anyway, let's move on to the market. So BTC, we're going to put over an hour again, and I'm going to scroll right back as far as I go, and we'll actually change this to a daily chart. It gives us a little bit more of an understanding of what's going on with the pattern. FTX only goes back to August 19, but really we're not probably interested in much data before then anyway, so because it really wasn't mainstream. And when you think about it, this is only December 2020, so we're only talking 2 years ago that we were sitting at 18,000. If we go back to October, around here, $10,000 in the 9th of October. So you can just see the growth. And if we just draw the line across there, which I'll actually go into through through TradingView and show you that later. Now it's forming a similar pattern here. You can see that we've got a shoulder, a bit of a head, building another shoulder. That's what they call it. I know it doesn't look like. So we've got a shoulder here, a head, and then we're just starting to see this second shoulder possibly starting to form now, which may come out to here, and then we may see a drop. I don't think it will be as savage as this. I think somewhere around this mark is going to be where we end up at, and then we should see this sort of movement. And that's what I was saying about don't panic, is if you look at each time, the low is always higher. The new high lows there. You can just see the new lows are always higher again. So, and the new highs are higher. So we can expect the next one to be up around about here. which is 70,000 mark, which is what I was saying earlier on, that I thought 70 would be where it would get to in January, which again is just going to be phenomenal growth. And again, if we go back to looking back earlier on this year, and this is we're talking about only September, the end of September, we were down at 41s. And even if we talk about July 2021, we got down to $31,000. So in 6 months, we're still sitting at 50. That's just phenomenal growth in anyone's language. So, all right, so that's pretty much Bitcoin. I want to show you a couple other ones. Doge, obviously, something I reckon you should have something in your portfolio. It doesn't have to be huge. Maybe 1,000 shares, 1,000 coins if you can afford it. You're only at. I picked them up at 15 cents this time, so we've got a 3 cent growth per coin on that. I got about 1,000 of them. I think it should be in your portfolio because with Elon taking Dodge with merchandise at the moment, I think you'll find he'll eventually, if it works well from there, he'll move to Doge. To using it on the Tesla actual cars themselves. So. All right, and the other one was I'm obviously pretty passionate about Shiba and XRP because they're part of they're a big part of our portfolios. So Shiba, a lot of people were expecting this to drop down to about 0.27, which is their last support line. This is what happened when Elon posted his wonderful tweet, and you can see we've got a little bit of a rundown again, just following the market at the moment. So to me, because it's following the market, and we can see a nice lift in the last couple of ones there, so it's a nice push up. Once that yellow line crosses, we're looking at the 5-minute mark again. So it's still waiting. If you're going to take a trade on that, you might wait. If you're going to work on a shorter time frame of 1 minute, looking at the RSI, it's probably not a bad time to get in as well. So it's a little bit of a weird market at the moment because we are really facing, not a bull. I don't think we're in a bull market a bear market at the moment, but we're certainly in a corrections market. So it'd be interesting to see how that progresses through the day. Looking at some of the bigger winners on here, which we had going through Matic was a really good one. I had some trades on Matic yesterday, just in here. So you see it was ran down at 178, had a nice lift to 203. Going back over the long-term history, if we go an hour, its peak up there is 259. So when this market gets going again, if we're stocking up down here, and we're looking at all-time highs, you're looking at something like Matic going from 250 to maybe $3. There's some big wins to be made there. XRP. It's psychologically, it's got to stay above that 80 cents at the moment. It's dipped to the 78s there a while. We picked up a lot of shares around here. We were very, very lucky. I was just happened to be near the computer and saw it hit 60. I was 62, then it was 64. Picked up a lot of extra additional shares, so we've had good growth there, plus the stuff we already had as well. And then looking at things like, I suppose we look at Luna's been another really strong performer throughout this. It's probably one of the few stocks that's actually stayed positive through the whole downturn. And also, if we look at, I think the Metaverse stocks like Sand, I think they're going to come back as well. We start seeing little bits of rallies starting to happen at the moment. So, but as I said, minutes are a very, very long time. So some of the tools you should have in your arsenal when you're checking out what's going on. We're going to have a look at the Fear and Greed Index. That's the web page there. I'll include one in the link. I'll include it in the link for the video if you want to have a look at. Sitting at 28. It's been like that for a few days. And if you look at what the Fear and Greed Index like, it's pretty much how people are feeling at the moment. What we have to understand, we've got a lot of new investors have come in over the last year, particularly with COVID and lockdowns, with people nothing to do. So they get scared pretty easily. They still haven't got this concept of if you're trading in spot and you don't sell, you don't lose. And overall, the market, we know, goes in a positive. And the more and more people that become involved in crypto, you can expect the price of everything to triple over the next 5 years. So anyway, that's one you should definitely have. This is just a no-brainer. You need to have this one. CoinMarketcom. It gives an overall wrap-up of everything you need when it comes to the market. Your biggest gainers. These are pretty obscure coins. When you get these sort of numbers, some of these come at 8,000, 9,000, but they're very small market cap coins. Obviously, the big daddy of them all. It's the last 30-day trend. Obviously quite down. And as I said, Tether is just a stable coin at the end of the day. We don't really worry about that. That's just pretty much stays the same with the USD. Sort of bobs up and down with the FX markets. See XRP down. Another strong one I was talking about, Luna, over the last 30 days had 17% growth. Polygon Matic, which is the other one I talked about. Binance, doing well. Binance do a lot of projects in their test labs, which is helping them out. And also the Binance Smart Chain is another thing. Crypto.com, still performing exceptionally well over 30 days, 23%. Other than that, it's pretty slim pickings over the last 30 days. So the Sandbox, obviously 64, which had big wins. Gala, which was just phenomenal, if anyone jumped on that. We missed that one, unfortunately. Everything else is pretty much in the red, other than OKB. I wouldn't touch this coin with the 10-foot barge bolt, to be honest, because it is heavily manipulated. If you want to look at a coin that does pump and dumps, that's one, definitely. The other one is Rook, as well as another one to keep away from. So we can break these down into the Metaverse stocks as well. So you can see all these. The big ones, obviously, Axie, Decentralized Sandbox, and Theta. And Engine Coins, they're usually the ones that are listed. Sushi Wrap as well. They're all on normal exchanges, not decentralized exchanges like PancakeSwap or Uniswap, which I'll go into that in a bit more detail in another video. So looking around, I won't go into NFTs at all today. There is, for those wanting to, there is a Learn and Earn section on here, and you can earn some coins. If you just go into there, into Learn and Earn, get started. It'll walk you through what you have to do, and you earn a couple of dollars for each one of these ones you do, and they'll pop it into your exchange for you. So have a read up on that. There's a few videos online. You can have a look to see how it's done. Just Google it or go to YouTube and search earn money on CoinMarketcom, and it'll show you what it is. I've sent this out before, the psychology of trading, and you can see this is pretty well spot on with what's happening at the moment. And I'll see if I can just bring them in both. So I'm just gonna muck around and just get this to sit like that. And then I'm going to bring the psychology of trading over here. Okay, so we'll go back to Bitcoin. Go over the daily charts. And we can see what happened. You can see the psychology of trading working absolutely perfect here. We've got going up here. You see this is this line here. So everyone's getting exciting. Euphoria is hitting. When we're up in the 50, close to 70,000, everyone's getting super excited. We have a bit of a dip, a bit of complacency coming in. Zip sort of nudges back up again, goes down. There's panic, denial. Everyone's freaking out, selling out. Now everyone's getting pissed off. They're angry, and then we go into a bit of a depression mode for a while and disbelief until we rally again, and then we go into hope, and that whole cycle repeats. You can see it in every single pattern. So don't get caught up in this. When the excitement's happening, it's time to stop buying and start taking profits. When this is happening, it's just hold tight. When we're down here, it's time to stock up, which I'm thinking is just not far away. As I said, around about if it does get down to 44, 45, is when I would be stocking up. But if you pick up the stocks now, you're still going to do all right by it. So this is a real psychological barrier. If that can get over 50 today and hold that line, then we could see it push. The shoulder could start here, but we still should see a bit of a dip again. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but that's what the charts are saying, and that's all you can go by, but it's certainly not written in stone. Okay, so I'll just close that down. Oops, wrong one. Another one is CoinGecko. It's a really good one for tracking hourlies, see how things are going. So I've set it up so that what it comes to, you can make your own portfolio in here and it'll track it for you as well. So just searching by what's happening within the hour, you can see Avalanche, Dogecoin, Cardina, Theta, Sushi, Decentralized, all having strong growth. Axies, and you see that the 24-hour growth is good there. So, but you're looking for these ones that are having bigger movements like that. OMI, that's nice growth. But is it peaking? We don't know. But what we're looking for probably is something that's had a loss and starts building. So like VeChain is a very good example of something that would be a good investment. Solano at $160, you really can't go past in the long run. Has a great blockchain development there. And the last thing I'm going to show is Guzzler. This is a new game. It's only about 11 days old. It's a play as if you earn. I'm having some trouble buying the tokens, but I definitely want to get into this. You have to have MetaMask and you buy through Uniswap, so it might be a bit out of some people's reach at the moment. But check it out. It's pretty darn good. It's basically a drag racing game, and it's a play if you earn, and pretty much like Axie Infinity and that sort of thing. So that's pretty much a wrap up of the market as we see at the moment. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's sort of given you some idea of what's going on, and maybe a little bit easier than if I'm typing it out. I'd love some feedback and things you'd like added, and or things that if I talk too fast or anything like that, or use too many Aussie acronyms, just let me know. So, all right, well, have a great day. Stay safe and be kind to each other as usual. Take care.